Hi guys, one of Donald Trump's sons sat down with a GB News reporter to discuss Keir Starmer, Sadiq Khan and the so-called special relationship. It seems Eric here understands about as much as his father when it comes to British politics. In this clip he seems to misrepresent the motivations of British politicians and thinks that the UK can be talked down to. Trump's son suggested that Starmer and others should have sat on the sidelines while the election was taking place, which of course received zero pushback from GB News. Have a listen.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer, we understood he did speak to your father post-election. Is that right? Are you aware of that?
They had a nice conversation.
What about Sadiq Khan?
I don't know if they've spoken. But I do see the rhetoric, and again, it doesn't keep me up at night. But oftentimes I reflect on the fact that I think it's just foolish. Foolish when you have somebody who would otherwise be the greatest advocate for maybe the two greatest allies that the world could ever have, which is the United States and the UK. We have been bound at the hip. We have been bound culturally for so long. We have the same interests globally.
What the hell are you talking about? The same interests globally? Donald Trump wants to impose economic sanctions on other countries. The UK wants to improve trade with the US. When it comes to the European Union, the UK wants to have a better relationship with the European Union, while Donald Trump wants to pick fights with the European Union and split the relationship between the UK and the EU. The UK wants to improve trade relations with China. Donald Trump wants to basically go to war economically with China. How are your goals aligned here?
And it's sometimes infuriating when you have leaders that, maybe want to get a couple additional clicks on Twitter or Facebook. I don't even think it does that for them, to tell you the truth.
So who the hell are you talking about here? You honestly think that Keir Starmer is trying to get likes and clicks on Facebook or on social media? That Sadiq Khan said those things about Donald Trump a few years ago to get likes, to boost his profile? No, he was representing his constituents. He was representing the people of London.
But they run out, they say bombastic things. Usually call it wrong, by the way.
Okay. So Donald Trump is not a rapist, and Donald Trump is not a convicted felon. Okay.
I don't think that does help relations between two countries. It would have been a lot easier had they just stayed on the sideline, let the people of an independent nation vote, and then embrace whoever the ultimate leader was that was chosen.
Notice he doesn't criticize Nigel Farage for coming over and campaigning for Donald Trump. He doesn't criticize Liz Truss, former leader of the Conservative Party and former Prime Minister, for coming over to campaign. So when it's one side, he said, no, you should stay on the sidelines, but it's okay for Farage, who's a member of Clacton, a member of Parliament for Clacton, and Liz Truss, a former Prime Minister. It's okay for them to come over and campaign for Donald Trump, but everyone else needs to sit on the sidelines.
Chosen by the people of that nation.
I don't know how you communicate with your father and your siblings and so on. Do you have a WhatsApp group or anything going on? How does it work?
Now, my father's not on WhatsApp, but now our siblings, we're pretty funny. We do a pretty good job communicating amongst each other.
Do you ever share sort of the news stories from the US? For example, when the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, made those inane comments a few weeks ago, do you ever pop off a message and say, "Oh, Dad, Sadiq's been at it again"?
Honestly, I don't give a damn about the Mayor of London. These are not getting.
My God, this is embarrassing, isn't it? Like, this reporter wants to inject Sadiq Khan into every interview. Like, Eric Trump probably doesn't even know who Sadiq Khan is. He's the mayor of London. Okay, did he say something about my father? Yeah, he said that he's a massive racist. Okay, well then I don't like him. Even though, yeah, he's telling the truth, but I still don't like him. Anyway, who is he again? Remember, we have to hate on Sadiq Khan. This is, was this part of the notes that GB News had? We're going to Washington, or we're going to New York, or we're going to Mar-a-Lago, wherever this interview is taking place, and we need to talk about Sadiq Khan. Even though most of the people there don't know who he is, we need to talk about Sadiq Khan.
Things that keep me up at night. Listen,
Does your dad?
I can tell you he does not either. I run a great company. I'm responsible for tens of thousands of employees around the world. We operate the best hotels, the best golf courses, the best estates, residential buildings, commercial buildings. And I fought like hell to get a man that I really believe in elected to the presidency. And I hold down a lot of other functions in our lives and our families, and I'm immensely proud of all of that. I can promise you I don't go to bed at night thinking about what one of 200 world leaders thinks at any given moment.
Yeah.
If I did, I would be a basket case. I would probably have been thrown in rehab at this point, and I wouldn't be able to function going through life.
I do.
What was the point in interviewing this guy? He's not part of the administration, as far as I know. He's the son of the president. And you're interviewing him as if he's a member of the cabinet, or he's going to be making some decisions. I don't think he'd be involved in any decision making. So what was the point in asking him questions about Sadiq Khan or the Prime Minister's Keir Starmer? This makes no sense whatsoever. I think it was just an attempt to pander to Trump and to pander to his family. And that's exactly what they did. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.